From the capital city of Charleston, West Virginia, this is Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis. Inside West Virginia Politics is brought to you by AARP West Virginia, your ally for real possibilities in the Mountain States.
Welcome to another edition of Inside West Virginia Politics. I'm Adrienne Robbins, and thank you for joining me on this Easter Sunday. Joining me now is Father Brian O'Donnell, with the director of the Catholic Conference of West Virginia. Father, thank you so much for joining me.
Delighted to be here.
Let's just start out by talking about what Easter means to you as a man of faith, and what's the message you would like people to hear this Sunday?
Well, Easter in general is the triumph of the promise of Christ and of God, that the triumph over death, kind of a light instead of darkness, Good Friday. That's the first meaning of it, but I think there's another meaning I've grown sensitive to of, with the resurrected Christ, there's kind of, that exists today, but often through his disciples. With Christ resurrected, being baptized into him, we, his disciples, end up, as Teresa of Avila said, being his hands and his lips and his ears. We're the ones who, in either a physical or spiritual way, enable the blind to see and the lame to walk and the deaf to hear, so that there's an intimate connection for a disciple of Christ and the resurrection.
And you know, on this Easter Sunday, it's so tempting to just go to church, put on your Sunday dress. It's a happy day, but obviously it's been a very trying year for a lot of people, in particular the diocese. Tell me, what are your message to those people out there?
I would say concentrate on what is happening locally around you. If you're a great history buff like me, you know the church has run through very hard times and times past and so forth and so on. But I'm constantly really impressed with what people on the ground are doing, the food pantries, the counseling, the rallying to support of people who need help. More and more, say, in the opioid crisis, congregations are rallying around. And certainly the Council of Churches, including the diocese, has done an awful lot in informing clergy, in training people to be good counselors, efforts to help the grandparents who are now taking care of their grandkids. I say, if you look locally, I don't think you're going to be disappointed. That's what I would say.
And you're obviously going to be in church on Sunday. This is pre-recorded, I guess, taking some of the magic away from it. Give me an idea of what your message is going to be to people.
Essentially what I talked about concerning us being Christ to others. There was a poem by Mary Carr that I was looking at, talking about the resurrection, and that's the point she makes. She quickly goes from Christ's body revivified and made glorious and switches instantly to us, that in a sense we're part of that body now in what we do in sharing the good news.
And obviously Easter is a time to celebrate, it's a time to be with family, but a lot of people are only churchgoers on that Easter Sunday. What would you like people to take with them throughout the rest of the year, not just on Easter Sunday, not just on Christmas or Christmas Eve?
Well, I guess I'd say when Christ is talking in Scripture, with some notable exceptions, he's usually talking to a community. And the prayer is our Father, not my Father. So it puts a point, if you really want to be a follower of Christ, you should be a follower of Christ in community with others. And what are you doing on Sunday? You're joining with the community to offer up your life to Christ, Thanksgiving, that's what Eucharist means, and in simply being with each other, where two or three are gathered, Christ is present. So I do a little meditation of, Christmas and Easter is not really responding to what Christ wanted us to do.
You know, moving on to current events, obviously we had the fire at Notre Dame. We've seen a lot of people, money and support pour in to help that community, and a lot of just the community of faiths coming together. Are you inspired, I guess, to see that?
Well, I have two reactions. I am inspired by the reaction to this almost disaster. it was interesting to see people who might be very secular still recognize the beauty and the kind of call to transcendence that that cathedral kind of led you instantly to once you entered into it. But I also have another reaction, which is, okay, what if the cathedral had been totally destroyed? What essentially has been lost to the Church of Christ? And it turns out, well, maybe not too much. We're not talking about buildings, glorious and inspiring as they may be. We're talking about a living community and a living communion with God. That's what we're talking about. I had the same reaction on my one time in Rome, where there's glorious church after glorious church every second block, it seems like. It's like, you know, if all of this disappeared, the community of Christ, the meaning of the resurrection still exists.
Absolutely. A very good perspective to have, especially on this Easter Sunday. Father, thank you so much for being here today.
Well, you have a wonderful Easter.
And we're going to have much more Inside West Virginia Politics coming up next.